Hey guys, so today I thought I'd make a video on how to identify field jackets, and I've got 5 different examples here on the table, and they basically run from World War II until Vietnam. And like I said, there's just some different transitions that I wanted to show you on how to better help you identify if you've got a World War II jacket or Korea or whatever. And so I've been planning this video for a while, and I'm really excited that today's the day I'm able to share it with you. And hopefully y'all learn some stuff and to give you some tips and pointers on how to be more selective on what you pick for your collection and everything. And so I'm not going to do just a whole lot of talking now. I'm going to go ahead and bring you in, and let's get started. All right, so here we go. So I've got, like I said, I got 5 different field jackets here. And I'm going to talk a little bit about them, and hopefully, like I said, pass on some information to you guys. And so I'm going to go ahead and start with this one here. This is World War II. This is my 1941, or M41 field jacket. And it's also known as a Parsons jacket. It was basically named after Major General J.K. Parsons. He was, the designer and everything who came up with it. And this field jacket here is basically like it's a symbol for like World War II American GI. It's almost like the M1 the M1 helmet. It's just an iconic piece, or field jacket, that was used by the soldiers and everything. It really stands out compared to other things they wore and everything. This one, a lot of the soldiers wore them and everything, and they actually got phased out, in by the model 1943 field jacket in late 43, early 44. I say that, but a lot of soldiers continued to wear this throughout the end of the war. They just really loved it, and the only thing really it caused a problem is because of it wasn't good for cold temperature. It was it wasn't good in certain weather conditions and everything. And, it really provided just a little protection from wet weather and wind and everything. And also this OD3 would fade, and it would basically do away with a lot of the effects that the camouflage, that would, because, it camouflaged with a lot of the scenery and everything. It's not like the camo you would normally expect when I say that, but, and a lot of soldiers would actually turn it inside out and have the darker showing. That way they could be more, I guess, hidden in the woods, or wherever they may be. It's got these 2 slit pockets here, which the soldiers really liked and everything. And it was just a really nice field jacket right there. And like I said, I could go on and on about these things and make a 30-minute video. I don't want to do that, but I'm just going to kind of touch on some of the basics. So that's the M41, and it was to be replaced by this right here, which is the the model 1943. And you see it would have a tag right here. My tag's gone. I mean, sure, it got wore out, but the big difference between this one and the M43, you see this one's got 4 pockets, 2 breast pockets and 2 waist pockets. And the M43, this field jacket, it had a drawstring, so you can tighten it around your waist. It also had a detachable hood that you could fit onto the back. And really, like I said, this jacket, it didn't really see a lot of use until late in 1944. Even though it was, came out and started production in 1943, there was a lot of shipping delays and everything, and it just didn't really, especially in the European theaters, didn't make it really far until late 1944. But like I said, it's longer than the M41, which was a benefit. And like I said, you got more pockets for putting things in and everything. And so this is the M43. Now, after World War II, we obviously went into the Korean War, and we got this. This is a model 1950. See it right there? You got the M1950. Now, the only real difference between the 1943 field jacket and the 1950 is the 1950 had buttons added on the inside where you can attach, like a separate liner to help keep you warm, in like the cold weather areas, the soldiers might have been fighting and everything. And honestly, there's not really just a whole lot to talk about the M50 because there's just, I mean, it is basically the exact jacket as the M43. It's the only major difference, like I said, is the added buttons on the inside for the separate liner. And like I said, always look for tags and stuff. Sometimes they're, you know, where you see that, sometimes they're in one of the pockets and everything. So always search around for the different tags, and that'll help you identify stuff as well if you don't know the different characteristics and everything. Moving on here, I've got, this is an M1951, model 1951 field jacket. And there were, you know, a few changes with this one compared to the model 1950, which is here. You see the 1950 still had the same buttons as the 1943, these brown disc buttons. And when they went to the 1951, they actually added these snap fasteners. You see, you still got the buttons on the inside for the separate liner, basically, to keep, you know, the soldiers warm. But like I said, they got these snaps that would snap. Also, you see there's a zipper that's been added in there. And it also has, let's see, you got, you know, you can button on the hood and everything. But like I said, other than really the zipper and the snap fasteners, not just a whole lot it was changed compared to the M50. But that was the main thing to look for there. So if you see a field jacket with these snap fasteners, got the zipper, then you got a model 1951. And like I said, if you don't, then you've either got an M43 or you've got the M50. Like I said, the only difference between those two, the M50 has the buttons on the inside also that'll be for a liner to keep them warm. So that way you can tell the difference between those three. And lastly, I've got this right here. This is a model 1965, so this would be Vietnam era. And you know, this is what replaced the M51. This one actually has a built-in hood. Underneath here, it's zipped. There's a zipper. You unzip it, and the hood is built into the jacket. So when you're not using it, you can roll it up, fold it up, and zip it back in place behind your neck. So you got that right there. Another thing, instead of button on the cuffs here, they actually went to Velcro on both cuffs here. So no more of those brown buttons. You got Velcro on there. And there's actually a Velcro on the collar here also. So you got the Velcro. And you know, this jacket really was a good thing when it came to cold weather conditions. It definitely kept the soldiers a lot warmer than some of the other previous field jacket designs. And this one, I already touched on. You know, it's got the zipper on the back. It's still got the zipper here with the snap fasteners, just like the M1951, which was before. And you know, you can button on the liner as well. Let's see, but see, actually, here's the tag. So you got, see, it's M. The 6 is kind of fading. M65. Like I said, sometimes the tag might be here or in a pocket. It might be up there. And so I didn't want this to be just an extremely long video. Just kind of wanted to touch on things, and hopefully I'll continue to find time to make videos. You know, just been kind of busy with work and everything. You guys understand that. So again, you got the M1941, you got the M1943, 1950, 51, and 65. And hopefully this video helped you guys out. Again, I could have talked a whole lot more about little bitty things, and I just didn't want to make this an extremely long video because I don't want to be boring or anything. But hopefully this gave you some pointers on what to look for, and you can use this video as a reference and everything. As always, guys, I really appreciate you a lot. Thank you for all your support. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll be getting back to you guys later. So thank you.